Previously on the Investigator. But where's my manners? Investigators, Heist and Seek by John Patrick Green. Wait, you're starting to look like the Investigator. No, I'm not. Oh, great. You found out. Now I'm sorry, Pansky. You really messed him up this time, Investigators. This is tapestry. Wait, tapestries are those fancy fabrics you hang on walls. I mean travesty! You two let all the art from the gala go up in smoke. So, not all the art. We saved our painting, and amazingly enough, no one threw up on it. How can you tell? Oh, haha, sticker. Mego's painting wasn't. Oh, this was actually quite beautiful. It's so smoothing. May I hang this on my wall? We also recovered Pink's work of art. This brick. I know what it is. It's a sailboat. You see it too, don't you, Brash? Truly marvelous, Mango. If this whole secret anything doesn't work out for you, at least you've got your art career to fall back on. Why, thank you, General Inspector. But as an artist, you should always sign your work. Why did, sir? I say my name right. Huh? It's gone! My signature's missing! Scratch. Let me take a look. Beep, zip, zip. Mango, this isn't your art! It's a forgery! Someone painting a copy of your painting! A copy? I feel so infringed! Brash, if a forgery of my painting fell out of that orange car, then I'll bet all the paintings in it were forgeries. The art destroyed in the fire was fake! Maybe you two haven't completely folded up this case yet. The real art is still out there. But how do we find it again? Boop. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. We find it the same way we did last time, Brash, by following this tracker to my real painting. Of course. What the thief must have driven away with the real in a different truck while we chased after the one with the forgeries. It was a decoy, and we fell for it. Well, we won't get fooled again, and they won't see us coming to the sewer, Mango. This may be a fake, but it still transports me. I can feel that ocean breeze. The thief hasn't gone far. It hasn't been that long since the gala. This is it! My painting is somewhere above us! Beep, beep. There's something familiar about this place. That's because this is where we found the painting last time! Not a very smart thief to reuse the same hiding spot. No thief is too smart to thwart the investigators. Bip, bip. Got you! Huh? Where's the thief? And more importantly, where's the stolen art? This is the precise location your tracker led us to earlier. Hang on. Not precise. Beep, beep, beep. The signals is struggled in that direction. Beep, beep, beep. My painting must be in there! Beep, 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 beep. Chink! The missing masterpieces! And also your painting! Blank. Let's make sure it is morally mine. Yep. Beep, beep, beep. Whoever the forgery is, they're good, but they missed my signature. Brash, the tracker wasn't out of alignment when we first found my painting. Because that wasn't my painting. The tracker was pointing to my painting in this building the whole time. So if the real art has been in here all along, then the painting will return to the museum with the fake? Yes, but they wanted their forgeries to be found. They painted their copies here. They moved them next door. This is too obvious hiding spot. Was meant to trick whoever showed up in search of the other building. Well, the copies of the original paintings were made to pull off a switcheroo, so the forgeries would get put on the display at the gala. The suspect must be a kangaroo! What? Where do you get kangaroo? Well, you said switcheroo, and that made me think of kangaroo. Not a kangaroo, Mango. Our suspect must be someone with the right MMO. massive multiplayer online game? Seriously, Mango? This is basic detective stuff. MMO stands for means, motive, and opportunity. I knew that. I just wanted to see if you knew that. Paintsky's an artist and a prankster. He probably has the means to create forgeries. The creator and sort the art for millions. Money makes for a pretty tempting motive. And the caterpillar gave everyone food poisoning, which created the opportunity to steal back the forgeries. So, where did they working together or separately? Did one of them do it or did all do it? And if the thief already has the real art here, why would they try to steal back the forgeries? To answer that, we may have to go all the way back to the beginning. Well, I'll start from the pages. No, Mango. I mean, we need to forget all we know or think we know. Well, we know we have a lot of theories, but we don't have any proof. That's it, Mango. The forgeries are proof of the crime. If someone at the gala realized the paintings were copies, the hunt for the originals would be back again. They stole the fakes to get rid of the evidence. By destroying the forgeries in the fire, the whole world will believe the real art was lost forever and punched burglary exactamente. Oh, but they didn't factor in us saving the fake macaroni. Shame the forger didn't sign with their own name. Shame they're not here. Did we know for sure who did it? We could wait around and see who shows up. I've waited enough for one evening, and they may not come back here until they know for certain they got away with the perfect crime. What if they can make the thief think they got away with it? Brash, I've got an amazing idea. I am Brash, an investigator for suit. You're probably wondering why I invited you all here. Invited? I work here. I've been here since last night. Someone stole my catering truck and no one's offered me a ride home. And I've got nowhere better to be. You're here because each of you are suspects in last night's destroys art heist. If I did, I wouldn't hang around the same crime. Yeah, I'd just keep down. Exactly. Feeling would you make me more guilty. So you stay to make me think you didn't do it. Preposterous, absurd. Go on. Creator Snout! You committed the crime so you get millions in insurance money to pay off the museum's debts. What? No, I mean, yes, the museum will get the insurance, but no amount of money would be worth ruining the museum's reputation. I'd never be able to throw another gala again, and that's my favorite part of running a museum. A flimsy excuse. Caterer, sorry, I've never asked your name. No one ever does, and it's so rude. Caterer, so rude. To empty the museum and leave the paintings right for stealing, you gave everyone food poisoning. I didn't mean to. I only found out about the mold and the horse divorce after it was too late. But I had nothing to make them with expired ingredients because someone still hasn't paid me for last year's gala. Don't look at me, blame the city council. So it's payback they're after. And Pansky! You don't buy into a artsy-fartsy nonsense. You stole the paintings as a prank to teach these snobs a lesson. I'll admit, I do like a good joke. Is it a joke that your brick survived the fire that turned the art to ash? I am for setting the art world on fire, but no, not literally. I was framed. The other art was framed. Yours was on a pedestal. It's also suspicious that you're the only guest who didn't throw up from eating the horse divorce. I'm a possum. I could eat trash all day and not get sick. Convenient. Yes, it seems you three have perfect alibis, which is how I know the real thief is none other than macaroni and cheese! But what? I was wondering when he'd get to you. Macaroni stole the paintings the first time just so he'd get invited to give his work display at the gala. Nuh-uh. That's right. Macaroni was a last-minute fill-in artist. I wasn't in the country then. I was in Rug-a-Lap-a-License-Land. I'm in Lap-a-Rug, you know the rest. Bet that's not even a real pace. Macaroni was the first one to throw up. He got sick on purpose. Did somebody say porpoise? You didn't want to share the spotlight, so you barfed all over the Mona Lisa so everyone would leave the museum. I couldn't help it. I overate. Like many artists, I don't know how to socialize at galleries. I eat the whole time to avoid conversation. Macaroni was also seen running back into the museum shortly after it was evacuated. Well, that is true. And his painting is the only one that wasn't destroyed in the fire. That's not evidence, that's coincidence. See, it all adds up. You're in hot water now, Macaroni. Alright, can't speak behind your back. I'm no criminal. I only jaywalked that one time. Okay, maybe I lie about my height and there are perception glasses. Keep it light with the ham and cheese. The innocent act only makes you look more guilty. Go, you scam artist. Consider this case closed. Macaroni will be brought to justice. You can all go back to your work, home, or special hiding place if you have a special one. Wow, Brash, for a moment, there you have me believing I am the thief. The actual thief or thieves will, of course, know that Macaroni and cheese is innocent. But hopefully we convinced that I believe Macaroni did it. And now that Macaroni is going straight to jail, the real criminal is sure to think it's safe for them to go back to their storage unit. And we'll be there to catch them red-handed, or whatever color paint maybe on them for making forgeries. Soon. How much longer do you think, Brash? Shh, Mango. Someone's coming. Reno, Verdun. Savannah, the museum competitor? The thief is a cat burglar, a jungle cat burglar. She's technically not a jungle cat, Mango, but only a cheetah could be fast enough to. Wowie, she is fast. Zip. To a dead end? What is this, a maze? You may have tricked everyone into thinking these paintings burned up in that fire, but we know you will claw your way through the actual original. All right, which way? There's the exit. Let's go! A painting? Yeah! You've been painted into a corner, Savannah. Painted into a trap, thanks to my realistic art skill. Why'd you do it? Was it for money, revenge, town prank Pansky? I'd loved art ever since I was a little kid. I'd spend my time admiring it, studying it, and copying other people's illustrations that I liked. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's how lots of artists first learn to draw. I went to art school, and as other students found their artistic voices, what I was best at was quickly mimicking everyone else's styles. Hey, you copycat! Imitation is the serious form of flattery, but the school still kicked me out. Eventually, I got a job at the museum. I spent years looking paintings. I mean, really looking every detail, every brush stroke. No one appreciated them as much as I did. Lovely. Okay, let's go. So, when the most famous paintings in history are coming to the museum for the gala, I was certain that if I painted copies and swapped them with the originals, no one would even notice. I could keep the originals all to myself. And after the gala, my art would be returned to the museums all over the world for people casually glance at. You have the means, the opportunity, and the motive to commit the crime! Brash, that's my mom. You are fast enough to steal the paintings from the armed go without the security guards even knowing. You had the skills, time, and speed to create the fortress. And you have your own selfish reason for doing it. And with us hopefully finding your fakes and bringing them to the museum, plan worked flawlessly. Except you realized your forgeries weren't perfect, so you pointed the horse divorce because you were afraid someone was going to catch a mistake. No! Honest! I wanted people to look at my art, not throw up on it. And when everyone got sick, my plan was ruined. My forgery skills can hold up its scourging, but the paint can't hold up to stomach acid. So that's when you decided to evacuate the museum, destroy the evidence, and frame Pransky. BRASH. It's Pansky. Oh, yeah, sorry. Frame Pansky! That was an accident, mostly. With the museum emptied, I thought I could sneak out my copies and repeat them. On the way out, I saw Pansky's ridiculous brick. This isn't art! It doesn't belong in a museum! Before I had a chance to lock them, the back of them on the cord, the brick fell onto the gas pedal. Whoops! Donk. I never intended to destroy my paintings, but if I wouldn't believe the real ones were lost in fire, at least I could still keep them all to myself. I knew it would eventually come out that macaroni and cheese was innocent, but I figured I had time to paint new forgeries, Dad, and plan to pass them off to the genuine artists. Your phonies won't fool anyone now, but I proved my point. If I can paint just like the best artist in the world, then that makes me the best artist in the world. That's why I stole that macaroni painting. I made an exact copy, showed it to his face at the gala, and he still didn't notice it was a forgery. It was not an exact copy. You didn't notice my signature. What do you mean your signature? For someone claiming to be observant, you could tell this getup was a disguise. What? How? And I thought I blew my cover with my cheesy macaroni jokes. I've been fooled by a fraud. I'm an alligator, not a frog. She said fraud. Oh, it's hard to hear in these glasses. Savannah, you may think people don't appreciate art as much as you, but if that were true, some artist, I don't know his name, would have John in this book for it. And viewers wouldn't be reading it right now, but they could see it in this video. Don't get the book, you can just listen to us. Hi, we're in a book video. Oh, I'm just a drawing. So my paintings or other paintings are just drawings that someone else drew? I don't know what's real anymore. Let's get out of here before the other finds a way to break a fifth wall. Yeah, just set Savannah loose and her grip on reality is loose enough already. Oh, thanks to the InvestiGators. I wouldn't pat myself on the back for that and go, yes, we recovered the art and caught the culprit, but though Savannah has committed crimes, she's certainly not evil. Copying the art isn't where she went wrong. It was her belief that there's only one definition of art, the only criteria to judge an artist by, and only way to appreciate art. Hopefully with some help, Savannah can come to realize she was mistaken. Speaking of which, we need to be taking these paintings to the museum again for the first time. What do you say? Skip ahead? Skip ahead. But no cow detour! The copycat is in the bag, and by bag, I mean jail. The cheetah turned out to be a cheater who tried to replace her story masterpiece with her own imitation. And for more, he's found a feather neck but for the museum curator, Dedano snort. It's Snoot! Yes, Cece, the priceless art is back at the museum's reputation intact. In fact, all this excitement has generated an interest in the art world. Indeed! The exhibit will be extended and open to the public free of charge, since no one got to see the actual paintings anyway. And thanks to the councilman Fuffles, the city has fully funded the museum's budget in exchange for the museum dictating a wing to serious polluter. All the museum's expenses will be paid, including the hospital bills for everyone who got food poisoning. Well, let's hope everyone runs to the museum and doesn't get the runs at the museum. Back to you, Cece. Thanks for painting that picture for me, Rhonda. Now the weather. Elsewhere, gong gong. We found my catering truck. Gee, I hope whoever took it to film a joyride, whatever's coming to them. Don't worry, we're right on their toe. Youch! Mango, get off of my tail! Oh, sorry, Brash. Apologies again for accusing you of unjustly giving everyone food poisoning. Well, now that the museum finally paid me, I can restock my fridge with fresh ingredients. I'm throwing out everything that's gone bad as we speak. Oh yeah, this is the good stuff. Pansky? Yes, I mean, you got Pansky! I guess that's one way to take out the trash. Don't look at me when I'm eating! Anyway, I'm sure you want to wrap things up as quickly as possible, so bye! Bye! Toss, toss, toss. Hey, didn't you make the horse divorce with these? I thought you said they were moldy. No, I said they were a little green. Oh, I guess they are kind of glowing. Well, moldy or not, these saltines have expired anyway. I've got enough dough to make my own cracker. Later. Now that's our General Inspector! Isn't it impressive to see my real painting on display in the museum surrounded by all this culture? I feel bad saying this, Mingo, but I think I prefer the forgery. What? But it's just a copy of mine! Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, Mango. And I'll be holding on to the office in my office. Wait, you're the artist who painted that macaroni and cheese with an imposter? An imposter! I was undercover to catch the art thief. I'm an agent of soup. Now that's what I call a performance art. It's just like the end of Kozla, the movie. When Detective Cole Jones, agent of salad, super awesome lettuce and disguises. That's it! If you need me, I'll be at the movie. Looks like food wasn't the only thing that was fun. Ah! What am I saying? I wanted to watch the rest of that movie too. What up, Mango? InvestiGators! Heist and Seek by John Patrick Green. See you in the next Random InvestiGators book.